Hey everybody, it's Alan, and I hope you're doing well. So last week I did a series of videos featuring The Warning doing cover songs, and then another song attached to it that had absolutely nothing to do with what The Warning had done. And I thought, because I got such good responses from that, people saying that they had never heard this song before, or they had never heard The Warning before, or whatever it was, people seemed to enjoy the mix. And so I figured I'd continue that, but how? I don't want to do more cover songs because I'm going to get into songs I really don't want to listen to. So what can I do? And then I thought, you know what? Let's go back and re-listen to the earliest days of me going down the rabbit hole of The Warning's discography. Songs that I have probably heard several times, but hadn't really gone back to listen to alternate versions on the channel. This is before I was doing 4-for-1s. I was sort of listening to one or two tracks, and then I was done with it. And then we're going to attach another song that has nothing to do with The Warning song. So we're going to go back and listen to Dust to Dust by The Warning, and then we're going to attach to that Blues Traveler's song Eventually, which, you know, it wasn't a hit, but it's a really killer groove. So again, here's The Warning doing Dust to Dust, and then we'll follow that up with Blues Traveler doing the song Eventually.
Dust to dust, our bones are rust, and we shall start again. Ciudad Mexico! Dust to dust, our bones are rust, and we shall start again. Dust to dust, our bones are rust, and we shall start again. Hey, where are you going? Don't trust all that you hear. And there's no use in running. It's better
Like I said, like I said in the last video, it's really hard for me to say whether I've done this version on the channel or not. I didn't go back and look. I've heard it 100 times already. I have. I guarantee you I've listened to this song at least 100 times, if not 500 times, just through work. Pau's powerful voice is amazing, especially since she's playing the drums at the same time, which, you know, if anybody's ever tried to jog on a treadmill or jog down the street and sing out loud with power, you realize that every movement of your torso can affect your vocal capability. And the fact that she is playing drums, she's got impacts happening to all four of her limbs, and she's having to maintain rhythm and melodic timing at the same time that she's trying to sing with power without her voice wavering is absolutely astonishing. Great vocal drummers are really something that need to be praised. And I don't care whether you're talking about Pau or Don Henley or you know, Phil Collins or the guy from Night Ranger or the guy from Jellyfish, whoever it is, even somebody like Jerry Gaskill from one of my favorite bands, King's X. It's like when they sit there and sing, and listening to them sing while they're playing the drums is quite impressive. And none of the other drummers that I mentioned do it quite as effectively as Pau does. Now, there are moments, of course, where they switch off vocal holds, where Danny actually sings the long high note because Pau is playing the drums, and it's just the way they've orchestrated it is really perfectly well done. They know what they're doing, and I just love the growth. Side note, I love the fact that there are a lot of songs by The Warning that Ali starts off. It's Ali's bass note. It's Ali's intro, and a song like "Dust to Dust" and "Disciple" showcase that quite perfectly. I listened to her play, and I think there's something really very cool about using a song like that as a show or a set opener, because hearing that bass note come in, hearing that bass run come in right there at the beginning when all the lights are down or everything is just in a hold, and then you just hear something like before the drums impact, before the guitar comes in with the big power chord, whatever it is, there's something really incredibly special about when Ali starts off a song. It's like when you listen to the beginning of Sweet Emotion and you hear Tom Hamilton come in with that incredible bass line to begin the song. It's like, I don't necessarily care about the rest of the song, frankly. I love Tom Hamilton's bass line. Yeah. Here's a Blues Traveler song many of you are probably unfamiliar with. It's called Eventually.
I could. In fact, I tried, I almost died, like it would be any good. But like the best molasses, I like to stay up late. And sweeter is the slut where torture, while I can barely wait. Eventually, I'll come around. Eventually, if you'd wait with me. Eventually, I'll come around. Wanting to taste a moment, I open both of my eyes. forever. Though I didn't last the night, but me and you, we know for real. The moments come and go, and there's more to them in how you feel. So you should too, you know. Eventually, eventually, I'll come around. Eventually, yeah, eventually, yeah, eventually, yeah, I'll come.
Now, I think if we're going to be very, very, very honest with ourselves, that song has a really, really deep, almost just dirty, nasty, swampy type of groove. It is so laid back and in the pocket that you just can't really help but groove to it. And, I mean, I love the addition. When they added the piano to the band, it was after the bass player, Bobby Sheehan, had passed away. And so they augmented the band, eventually adding a piano player. Certainly doesn't take away at all from what the band has created. If most of you are only familiar with Blues Traveler from the songs Hook and Runaround, well, I got news for you. They're still putting out great music. They're still out there playing their asses off. And they're a completely underappreciated band from the early 2000s, late 90s, really, that just have so much more to offer, but they didn't just conform to sort of the popular world of music. They did their own thing, and they're not really a conventional band. I mean, for the longest time, you had a overweight. That's the only way to really describe what John Popper was. Not so pretty boy harmonica playing lead singer. Harmonica is a lead instrument, number one, totally unconventional. Number two, again, just physical appearance. They weren't pretty boy MTV models, and they made fun of that with the Runaround video. If you think back to the Runaround video, they used the Wizard of Oz as sort of a commentary, if you will, on the world of the music industry, especially the MTV generation. And so they're not going to be a stereotypical type of pretty boy rock band. And I don't give a... almost dropped an F-bomb. I don't give a damn, because great music transcends the video idiom. It really just does. I totally understand how the medium dominates things, but that's in a way how we've sort of fallen down the rabbit hole of very non-original, very corporatized musical compositions for the last 30 plus years that really don't necessarily deliver as deep of a message as what great artists will do, because most of it is behind the looks of somebody that you'd like to F, you know? It's like, I mean, just think about it. That's basically what it is. It's like people, a lot of celebrities become popular because they're pretty enough to lead your imagination towards a physical attraction that sort of takes away from your desire to actually listen to what they're writing. You're so stuck on, body movements and dancing around and stuff like that. Hence, groups like NSYNC and Shakira, bouncing all over the stage and on the TV screen doing whatever it is they're doing that sort of triggers a whole other impulse other than what the lyrical content might be pushing you towards. Now, don't get me wrong, there are artists out there who have wonderful lyrical content, hence the ladies in The Warning, who talk about some really deep issues. The fact that they're beautiful only aids to getting their message across. That is not the large percentage of artists today. It just isn't. I'm sorry, but it isn't. And yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to start getting into social commentary that some people who've commented on the channel have not exactly been comfortable with. So, even though it's my channel and I don't give a damn about viewer points and views and any of that stuff, I'll still bite my tongue on this one. Feel free to leave a comment. We could talk about it further. Just know that I appreciate all of you and I wish you well.